Phoenix or Scottsdale? I will tell you the information and you can decide. Hey everyone, I'm Caitlin McKegg. I'm a realtor here in Phoenix, Arizona with Berkshire Hathaway, and today I'm talking about Phoenix or Scottsdale. Before I get started though, if this is your first time to my channel, please subscribe. I post videos every Friday and you don't want to miss what I'm posting. If you hit the bell, it will notify you every time I post a new video. If you're more of a social media person, you can also follow me on Instagram and on Facebook. All right, so Phoenix or Scottsdale, both are very similar in a lot of ways. There's parts of each city that would look identical to one another, and there's parts that vary drastically. There are pros and cons to both. Whether you think something's negative or positive, there's good and bad to both Scottsdale and Phoenix. So my point today is to tell you all the information and let you decide which one is better for you. All right, first things first, cost of living. If you remember, I made a video about the cost of living in Phoenix, linked below, and broke down all the information about the cost of living in Phoenix, Arizona. One of those things was the cost of living index, which 100 is average through the US. So talking about cost of living for Phoenix and for Scottsdale, Phoenix cost of living index is 103. Scottsdale's cost of living index is 133. So basically anything over 100 means that it's more expensive than the average. Anything under 100 means that it's cheaper than the average. And this is across the US. That's the overall cost of living index. But if we break things down, you can see that for food and groceries, housing, median home cost, utilities, transportation, and health all vary between Scottsdale and Phoenix. The food and grocery category is a little bit cheaper in Phoenix than Scottsdale. Housing is also quite a bit cheaper according to this index, showing Phoenix at 103 and Scottsdale at 203. This source is showing the median home cost in Phoenix of $239,000 and Scottsdale being $469,000. Utilities, very similar. Healthcare, very similar. Transportation is more expensive in Phoenix than it is compared to Scottsdale. Okay, a big thing to compare between cities is entertainment, right? So both Phoenix and Scottsdale have a lot of entertainment to offer. The latest area of entertainment in Phoenix is in the Central Phoenix area and in downtown Phoenix. You'll find bars, restaurants, museums, street fairs, and tons of other fun activities. You can never go wrong in Central Phoenix and downtown. There's always something going on. Don't forget, downtown Phoenix is home to where the Diamondbacks play, and also Talking Stick Arena, where we host tons of concerts. North Phoenix also has a few hot spots like Desert Ridge and High Street. Both have shopping, restaurants, bars, and fun entertainment, things that take place all the time. Scottsdale, however, might be a better selection of bars and restaurants depending on what you're looking for. Scottsdale tends to have more high-end dining and also a fill of fun, trendy bars and restaurants. Scottsdale's also home to Old Town Scottsdale, which is an area of Scottsdale that has tons of shops, bars, restaurants, nightclubs, and a huge area for nightlife. Scottsdale's also home to spring training, outdoor festivals and concerts, parks, and plenty of other things to do as well. For entertainment, you can't go wrong with either Scottsdale or Phoenix. It all just depends on what kind of entertainment you prefer. And honestly, each city has a little of everything. Okay, shopping. And I have to say I am qualified to talk about this. Scottsdale does have better shopping than Phoenix. I'm sorry to say it, but it's a fact. Scottsdale offers more high-end shopping, better malls, more options than Phoenix has. Scottsdale is home to the Scottsdale Fashion Square Mall that features tons of high-end stores, as well as your everyday stores. It's an enormous mall and has the best shopping in the entire state of Arizona. Scottsdale also has Kierland Commons and the Scottsdale Quarter. Both are outdoor malls with premier dining, shopping, and a great area to hang out when the weather's nice. Now, Phoenix has the Biltmore, which is a great mall, don't get me wrong. It just doesn't compare to the shopping in Scottsdale. Phoenix also has other malls like Paradise Valley Mall and Desert Ridge Marketplace, but again, it just does not compare to the level that shopping is in Scottsdale. Okay, housing, another thing I think I'm qualified to talk about. Scottsdale and Phoenix have very similar homes. As I said in the beginning, you'll find neighborhoods in Phoenix that look identical to the neighborhoods in Scottsdale. It all just depends on the areas you're looking in. Both Scottsdale and Phoenix have neighborhoods with HOAs and without HOAs. Both cities also have homes that were built years ago in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and newer construction and newer development. Both cities have older construction in the southern ends of the cities, and the construction gets newer by decade as you travel north throughout both Scottsdale and Phoenix. Home prices tend to be slightly higher in Scottsdale than in Phoenix, so that's something you'll want to keep an eye out when you're comparing apples to apples on homes that you're looking at in both areas. Now let's talk about the outdoors. Hiking. Both cities have tons of hiking options. One of the most famous is Camelback Mountain, located in Scottsdale, and really right in the middle of the city. It's a great hike. It's really challenging. There's 2 separate trails that you can take depending on how challenged you want to be, and it's a great hike. There's also hiking in North Scottsdale, places like Tom's Thumb, and a number of other trails throughout Scottsdale. Scottsdale has great hiking. However, Phoenix, I would argue, has more choices of hiking that are in the middle of the city. There's more mountains in the middle of Phoenix than there are in Scottsdale. So just for example, in Phoenix, you could hike North Mountain, Dreamy Draw, or Piestewa Peak, all right in the middle of the city. You don't have to go too far. With the exception of Camelback Mountain, Scottsdale doesn't have as much hiking within a close proximity. Golf courses. Now this really depends on who you ask, because everyone tends to have a different opinion. There is tons of golf in Arizona in general, and Scottsdale is home to some of the most premier courses. There's great golf in Phoenix as well. So it just depends on what you're looking for. But Scottsdale is home to the TPC golf course, where the Waste Management Phoenix Open is played every year, and it's a highly sought after course to play when the tournament isn't taking place. I'm sure you can guess the weather is not much different between Scottsdale and Phoenix. They're both so close and border each other that you really don't see any variation in weather between the 2 cities. Schools. Now, Scottsdale versus Phoenix schools is really hard to compare apples to apples because all the schools vary and the districts vary somewhat as well. Scottsdale has Scottsdale Unified School District and also Paradise Valley School District. Both exist in the Scottsdale city limits and offer different schools. Phoenix has multiple school districts and offer many different schools as well. The best way to compare and contrast school districts is to really look at those ratings and decide which one makes the most sense for your child. Based on that information, that'll help you decide Scottsdale or Phoenix. For a little help with that, you can check out my video linked below about schools in Phoenix. So, Phoenix or Scottsdale, what do you think? Comment below and let me know what you're thinking based on this information. For more information about Phoenix or Scottsdale, feel free to reach out to me through call, text, or email. I'm happy to help in any way I can. Also, you can check out my 2 videos linked below about the cost of living in Phoenix and schools in Phoenix. I'm Caitlin McKeag with Berkshire Hathaway. Thank you for watching.